Hey everyone, it's Rose and welcome back to my channel. Today's video I'm going to be talking about all the books on my radar for 2025. So what that means is I've got a few videos coming out that are similar in this way. I have one that is one of my most recent uploads, depending on when you're watching this, which is 25 books I want to read in 2025. These books I'm about to show you are ones that didn't quite make the list, but they're ones I still really want to get to this year. I also think I'm going to make a final video where I talk about anticipated releases, so books that aren't out yet but are coming out in 2025, if that makes sense. These are all books that are currently out in the year 2024. Either they're on my physical TBR or they're books on like Kindle Unlimited or books I want to buy that I'm super excited to get to, but I'm not going to get to till 2025. Okay. Let's get straight into it. Let's start with all the physical books. I've got a whole big pile here and we'll go through them first and then we'll talk Kindle Unlimited. First up we have The Boys of Tommen series by Chloe Walsh. Now I have read the first two books but I do want to reread them. So we have Binding 13 and Keeping 13. I read these both in a reading vlog that is obviously on my channel over a year ago. Never have I cried so much on the internet before. I think it's one of my best performing videos, so it'll be up here. Anyway, I want to reread these two, and then we have Saving 6, Redeeming 6, which is literally, it's 1,000 pages, so a little bit intimidated to say the least. And then we have Taming 7. I am so excited, but so scared to have my heart broken. Next up, the Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates series. Now I am doing a reread. I've already reread Magnolia Parks and then I just have Daisy Hates to reread and I haven't read the rest before. I am super excited. I think I'm gonna be a Daisy girly. I honestly remember nothing about the first time I read these. Definitely going into it for the toxicness, for the rich people drama, stuff like that, not rooting for the characters because I think I'll be let down if I do that. I think that's what I did last time. Anyway, then we have Magnolia Parks The Long Way Home, which I'll be reading for the first time, Daisy Hates The Great Undoing, and Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. I'm super excited. You're gonna hear me say that a lot in this video. I'm excited for all of them, but for some reason I always end up repeating that on this channel. Next up, the Windy City series by Liz Tomford. We have Mile High, The Right Move, and Caught Up. There is a fourth book, Play Along, but I don't have it, so it's not on the list. These are all sports romances. I've had mixed reviews about the first one, but everyone seems to love the rest, so we'll see how that goes. The Natural series by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I only have the first book, but I want to read the whole series. I love Jennifer Lynn Barnes' writing. I am so excited to read this series. It's like kind of like FBI recruiting kids with really high intelligence and different, I don't know if it's actually supernatural or if it's just like really intelligent people, but I don't know. Cold cases are about to get hot and I really want to read it. Then we have the Twin Crowns trilogy by Catherine Doyle and Catherine Weber. So we have Twin Crowns, Cursed Crowns, and Burning Crowns. I have wanted to read these for the longest time. My friend Elle says they're really good. I am in it for a quick, fun YA fantasy trilogy. Then I have the first three books in the From Blood and Ash series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I know after book 3 you're supposed to be swapping between the prequel and the current series. I only own the first 3 because I didn't want to start buying the prequel series as well if I don't end up liking these. But the first 3 books are, of course, From Blood and Ash, and then book 2, which I love this cover, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, and then The Crown of Gilded Bones. I love all these covers. They are beautiful and I'm super excited to go into one of the OG Book Talk fantasy series. So those are all the books I physically own. Then we have one that I'm gonna buy. That's like the first book I'm gonna buy when Christmas and everything is out the way, and it is The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulak. I recently read Hidden Pictures by Jason Rekulak. I have never read anything like that book before. It was 5 stars. I'm scared nothing is ever gonna live up to it, and I'm never gonna get the same feeling I did when I read it, but he has a new book coming out, so I will be picking this one up. Know nothing about it other than I'm pretty sure it's probably gonna be a thriller. I'm pretty sure the rest of these are on Kindle Unlimited, and that is a long list, let me tell you. First up we have Nocticadia by Kari Lake. I've seen everybody and their mothers reading this book. I heard people say it's like 10 times better than Gothicana, and with Gothicana I absolutely loved the plot but I didn't like the characters, so I have a feeling I'm gonna love this one if it's a similar plot. I think it's dark academia, there's romance, there's a bit of sci-fi, and I'm super interested. I just spent ages trying to figure out the spelling of this book because I could not find it on Goodreads. Anathema by Kerry Lake again. It's a duology. The first book is the first one, the only one out right now. I think this is more of like a horror dark romance. Like, it's not, I think it's more horror than romance. Oh, it's a gothic dark fantasy with the horror elements. Okay. Don't know much about this. I've just seen a lot of people like it. A lot of these, I can't even tell you the plot because I don't know it. I just want to read it because other people are and they're liking it. And we have Quicksilver by Carly Hart. This is a fantasy on Kindle Unlimited. I think it's just been picked up untraditionally published, and I kind of want that cover because it's a reversible dust jacket. Going off topic. This is the first book in the Fate and Alchemy series. I am so excited to read this. It's one of the biggest books of the year, and I'll be reading it a year late like I do with a lot of them, but look forward to seeing what I think. Then we have Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. This is another book that has blown up. I think Emmy Reeds is one of the main people that blew it up. I think she read it when there was like 200 reviews on it, honestly. I love her channel, so I know these random bits of information. But anyway, I've heard this has the most amazing plot twist at the end, and I love plot twists that shock me, so I'm going into it for that, honestly, and that alone. And if I get a great plot out of it, then that's a bonus. I want to read Grave Matter by Karina Halley. I think this is a psychological thriller with romance in it. Horror romance meets science fiction in this dark and delicious gothic psychological thriller. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Tell me that does not sound amazing. Then we have the Royal Elite series by Rena Kent. I want to start my Rena Kent journey. There are like over 30 books in that whole universe, so I'm just putting the first series on this TBR, but who knows, if I become obsessed I may end up binging the whole thing. She's a dark romance author who has a bunch of different series that are all like interconnected in different ways, and you meet the characters in different books, and I'm so excited. I love when authors do that. Cora Riley did that and I really enjoyed it, and I'm excited. I'm so excited for all of these. I'm like getting giddy just talking about them. Then we have the North Shore series by Lola King. I saw Larry Reeds read this recently, and that is all it took to put these on my TBR. They're dark romances, and that is literally all I know. They're on Kindle Unlimited. I couldn't tell you anything else. The first book is called Beautiful Fiend. Then we have Heartless Beloved, Delightful Sins, and Lawless God. That is all I can tell you because I know nothing else, but she had a good time with it, so I'm gonna have a good time with it. Listen, if Larissa reads it, I will read it too. And we have Lost and Lassoed by Lila Sage. Nearly forgot that. She's one of my favourite authors, can't believe that. I think this is the third book in the Rebel Blue Ranch series. I loved the other two books. I think I rated the first one 4.5 and the second one 4 stars, or maybe I rated it 5 stars. Either way, this is Teddy and forgotten his name's book. But I'm so excited for it. I swear I am. My brain has gone blank right now, but I can't wait. And I've seen the most amazing reviews about this book. And we have Fairy-Dale by Veronica Lancet. I saw, I think her name's Cassandra Rose Gold on TikTok talk about this book literally years ago, and it's blowing up now, and I've had it on my TBR since she started talking about it, but this is really pushing me to read it. It's like a 700-page fantasy. Apparently it is like no other. It is crazy, and I'm so excited. That's all I have to say of a lot of these, because like I said, I don't know the plots of a lot of them. Then we have Deadly Occupants by Mads Rafferty. This is a paranormal thriller. People said it's like Pretty Little Liars but make it paranormal. That's what you had to tell me. I am so in. I love thrillers. I love anything like that, like young adult mysteries, thrillers, anything. I'm gonna eat it up. And it's on Kindle Unlimited. What a bonus. What a bonus. Then we have the Shadows of the Tenebrous Court series. The first book is A Kiss of Iron, and it is by Claire Sager. Again, don't want to say it again, but I'm so excited. This is fantasy. I think it's got romance in it. It's a trilogy. I think there's 2 books out now, and the 3rd book is coming out in 2025. I literally anything Jamie or Emmy on TikTok recommends, I will try out for myself. I just want to have a good time. Again, could tell you nothing about it. Nothing about it. Then we have Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. Another huge book this year. I think it says fantasy, dark romance kind of thing. There's games and trials. It's in a haunted house, and there's OCD representation. Give it to me now. Give it to me now. Then we have the Legends of Thesmar series by Helen Schwerer. Don't quote me on that. Sorry for pronouncing your name wrong, because I know that is not how you say it. So this is a completed quartet series, 4 books. The first one is Of Blood and Steel. I'm pretty sure this was described as having like military training camp vibes, kind of like the Fourth Wing training type situation, where she's the only woman in a group of men, I think. So like she's the underdog. And I love books where women are underestimated and then they prove just how stupid that was of them to underestimate them. Like, yes. Okay, then we have the House of Bane and Blood series. I think the 2nd book has just come out. So the first one is House of Bane and Blood. It's the Order and Chaos series by Alexis L. Menard. Now, I've heard people have said this is like fantasy, but make it Peaky Blinders. I've never watched Peaky Blinders, but I have a feeling that just means that it's got British vibes, and obviously I'm from the UK, so I want to read it. I've just seen the best things, but like I've never watched Peaky Blinders. Maybe I need to. Then I want to read the Hockey Gods series by S. Massery. The first one is Brutal Obsession. It's a 5-book dark romance series where the men are unhinged. I saw Larry Reads read this series in a few different vlogs, and I just want to read it to know what she's talking about. I'm excited, and it's on Kindle Unlimited, so another bonus. Then we have the Crowns of Nyaxia series by Carissa Broadbent. So there's currently a duet. I think it's a series, but it's 3 different duets. The first duet's completed, and then the first book in the 2nd series is out. It's a little bit confusing, but it's basically Serpents in the Wings of Night, then it's 6 Scorched Roses, then Avella, which some people said is better than the full-length books, which is crazy. I've never heard that before about a series, so excited to read that. And then The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King, I think. I got no clue about what the 3rd book is because it's just come out. But I was too scared to read it when it came out, and now I want to read it. I always put off books that have high hype in case my expectations are too high, so I wait for my expectations to die down a bit before I read them. We have the Hollow Boy series by Monty J. I've just seen so many people talk about it and how it is dark romance, but the men are not evil, and it's not just used as an excuse for them to be evil to the women. It's dark romance, but they treat their women right, and that is what I'm all about here. So the first one, honestly got no clue, but here's a picture. We have Golden Rush Ranch by Elsie Silver. It's her first series that she published before the Chestnut Springs series, which is one of my favorite series of all time, so I can't wait to read like what she wrote beforehand. And I think there's a couple, I don't know if it's connected at all or if maybe I'm making that up, but I think there might be a couple cameos of the people in that series in the Chestnut Springs series, so I might have met a couple of the characters along the way. Don't quote me on that, but I think. We have Shallow River by H.D. Carlton. I love H.D. Carlton so much. This is one of the only books I think I haven't read yet. I also haven't read Where's Molly, but I want to reread The Cat and Mouse Trap before I do that. Anyway, Shallow River. Know nothing about it other than I will read anything that woman writes. If she writes it, I'ma eat it up, I'ma read it. I would read her grocery list. I think that's everything. There's definitely more, but that's everything that's on my list right now. Like I said, I will make a final part to these videos where I talk about anticipated releases. But I gotta do some research for that because I don't know what is coming out next year. I have no clue. Let me know what you want to read in 2025. Also, let me know if any of the books I mentioned, do you want to see reading vlogs with them in? Because I can absolutely make that happen. 2025 will be the year of filming content. I want to be posting more than one video a week, but that's what I'm currently doing. So if you'd like to see more from me, please be sure to like and subscribe as I post new videos every single week, but it will be going up in 2025. Click that notification bell down below if you want to be notified when I upload videos. That's everything. I hope you have a lovely day and I will see you in another video. Bye!